There's positive news, promising numbers on the COVID front, but still no word on whether the lockdown will end tomorrow or be extended through Easter. Let's bring in Peter Gleeson, my colleague in Brisbane. Gleeson, good numbers, but still certainly not out of the woods.
Yeah, Kieran, great numbers this morning at that press conference involving the Premier, the Deputy Premier and the Chief Health Officer. I think a lot of people in Queensland would have woken up this morning and been particularly buoyed by the fact that there is only 3 community transmissions. I think if we get to 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon and we still have single-digit community transmission numbers tomorrow morning, I think there's a very good chance that the Premier will not extend the lockdown into the Easter period. But of course, the damage has been done, Kieran. The health narrative is one thing, but the fiscal narrative is another. There have been many, many cancellations of flights and of accommodation in Queensland over the last 48 hours. And I think the big question here, Kieran, is the whole issue around certainty and confidence. And I think that's the resounding message that we're getting from the business community over the last 72 hours. We're in a pandemic. Yes, we acknowledge that. The health narrative is the most important part of this. But there are many businesses that are hurting. And in fact, the opposition only an hour ago, the state opposition here in Queensland came out with a raft of examples of how it believes payroll tax exemptions should be implemented. It believes there should be certain concessions around taxes relating to businesses, particularly during this tough pandemic period. So there's a lot to play out. We'll know a lot more at 9 a.m. Queensland time tomorrow morning. But at the moment, Kieran, things are looking a lot better than they were when we spoke this time 24 hours ago.